Hey, Lily Quinn here. How are you? Good day. Today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to edge stitch or hem a garment or a material. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this depicts a stitch on the edge of a hem. Okay, you fold the hem and you want to stitch straight. Okay, this is another side that shows the same thing, but smaller edge stitching. In other words, the distance between the stitch line and the inner edge is smaller. This is more like a 1/16 or even less over here. What I'm going to depict or demonstrate is going to be a 1/8 away from the inner edge. This is 1/8. Whenever you have a tape measure that has 8 divisions between each 1 inch distance, the individual divisions is 1/8, depicts 1/8. And to sew that 1/8, this part is slightly bigger than 1/8, but I'm going to position my 1/8 here for you to see. And I marked a little, you know, position for you to see that I want to make 1/8 of an inch edge stitch. So I bring it here and I position my needle just using my hand to kind of move it or walk it to be sure that I have my 1 inch stitch going. Now, the next thing is to watch this other edge. If it's sitting on a line, that's great. If it's sitting in between a line, that would be a little difficult. Like this one is right now, is stitching. It is sitting slightly between two lines. So I'm going to use a edge, what's the name? Forgot the name for this. Seam guide. I'm just going to position it next to this outer edge. It has to sit straight next to the edge, and I'm using a Scotch tape to hold it down. Because as I stitch, I'm going to be lining up the outer edge, the outer folded edge, against my straight edge of the seam guide. Okay, it doesn't matter how wide the seam allowance of the fold is. This hem here could be 1/8, sorry, it could be a 1/4 inch, it could be 1/2 inch, it could be 5/8. It doesn't matter. Once I locate my needle on the edge stitch amount I want 1/8 of an inch amount, I marked it and I put the needle there. I should be able to stitch neatly. Number one, a straight stitch, and number two, a particular seam allowance that it would eventually give me. I do not look at the needle. I only look at the edge that is going up against the seam guide. So I just keep my eye there, here, right there, and I keep going. I don't look at the needle. Now, as you can see, this means that your fold has to be straight. If it's not straight, you're not going to get the correct edge stitch that you want, or edge stitching amount that you want. So I make sure I'm aligning the folded edge to my paper seam guide. All right. We do this with curtains, tablecloth, napkins, the edge of a pillowcase, and so on. And I'm able to, okay, completely Okay, see how straight it is? Now, this is a strategy that you can use as a beginner. Many beginners struggle with straight stitching. You find things like this happening where the stitch goes off grid and it starts wiggly, things like this. But when you use this method, you're absolutely going to get a straight stitching. All you have to do is determine how much edge stitch allowance you're going to do. Okay, thanks for watching.